Hi, so it's April 30th, 2018, and we've basically taken something like 380 zero days and one Nero day. It was April 13th of last year. Kathy and I were up here in Idlewild, by the way, we're in Idlewild, and it was that big snow year, 2017, and I knew that Mount San Jacinto was always here because I grew up down here in California. But before I went on to PCT, I didn't check its actual elevation, and it turns out it's like 10,800 feet up in the air, and so we were going up towards Fuller Ridge, and there was we get up to 9,000 foot level or something like that, and we ran like 5 feet of snow, and we didn't have any equipment. Matter of fact, someone mentioned us on their YouTube video last year, and he got a little bit of flack for it. He was talking about how he ran into these older folks, meaning Kathy, me, and Tom, and um, how we didn't have any equipment, and we kind of gave him a warning. It's really dicey. Don't go there unless you got proper equipment. Of course, this guy had all the equipment. He had the crampons and he had the ice axe and everything. And he goes plowing through there on his video that he posted to YouTube, and he makes some comment like, "Yeah, if you don't go up here, you're a pussy if you can't go up here. You're a pussy if you can't do this," or something like that. And I thought it was real funny because when we were talking about the time, he's like, well, hike your own hike. Yeah, if it's not safe, you shouldn't go up there or whatnot. But anyway, we're kind of famous in that aspect because last year we were on YouTube and he made that comment. And then even like Chocolate Balls, who was another hiker last year, had commented how he had seen this video, and he, didn't think the guy's comment was appropriate. We didn't mention who this guy was who made these comments, and I'm not going to do that now either, because everyone has their own opinion of things. But when we were up there on Mount San Jacinto last year, I mean, we didn't. I was wearing, basically sneakers, your hikers, and I didn't personally have any sticks. Kathy had sticks and Tom had sticks, and they were doing pretty good up there with the sticks and just being real careful to keep their feet on top of the snow. But there was one time for sure where I was just walking along and I slipped and I went about 25 to 30 feet down into a tree well, feet first, so I broke my fall and didn't run into the tree too hardly. But it's amazing how fast you can pick up speed uh, going down the hill on ice. It seemed like I was doing like 25 miles an hour in a matter of like 2 seconds, and I boom right into this tree. But at that point, I knew that we had to get out of there because, I didn't want Kathy to be put in that situation where she, would go flying down a hill and have to worry about being feet first into a tree well for her own protection. But and as it was, even on that trip last year, I was holding Kathy's backpack at one time, and I went to push it into a tree well, and I missed a tree well, and it went shooting all the way down the hill. And Tom went like 70 feet down the hill to retrieve it. Someone's knocking on the thing. That's Tom right there, and Kathy. I guess they're in there and they're waving right now. But I thought I would start the 2018 vlog by coming out here and just talking to the camera, I guess, because I'm not gonna say talking to you because no one's probably gonna be watching any of these things. But Kathy has encouraged me to go ahead and do a vlog, so we have something to look back on. So I guess I'm talking to myself in a way, and Kathy, because we'll be watching this somewhere down the road, years from now, maybe just to kind of remind us of what we did. But back to last year, so it was the point where I had sent Kathy's backpack 70 feet down the slope on San Jacinto at around mile marker 188.5 or 189. I mean, we were literally like within a mile and a quarter full of ridge, and we're like in this 5 to 6 feet of snow that was like sloped like this, in tennis shoes basically. And I had taken control of Kathy's backpack, just to lighten her load so she can navigate this slope easier. So, and I'm trying to move along, sometimes on my hands and knees even, because I felt like I had better traction on my hands and knees than I did with my shoes. And when I sent her backpack hurtling down the mountain 70 feet after missing a tree well, which I was aiming for, is where I said, okay, let's get out of here and, you know, go back to Idlewild. And when we came back, or as we were coming back, I told Tom, I said, Tom was doing the whole hike, and this is how Kathy and I got sucked into it anyway. But I mentioned to Tom, I said, Tom, look, this is your hike. You got to decide what you want to do with this hike, and because you're going all the way to Canada, and we're just, we're out here farting around for a month, just kind of sort of keep you company. We don't want to hold you back or anything. So what do you want to do? You want to go back to the stores here in Idlewild, the hardware stores or the mountain shops, and get the micro spikes and get an ice axe or whatever. Do a class or something, to navigate this. We'll go ahead and do it with you, whatever you want to do. Well, he decided after we came back to this very hotel, actually, it's this very hotel right here in Idlewild, the Idlewild bunkhouse, which is probably just about a quarter mile away from the Deer Springs trailhead. And that's how we had gotten down. We came down Deer Springs trailhead from Mount San Jacinto, because it's the quickest way down from up there. When you're up there, it's just 4 miles as opposed to going all the way back to Double Slide, which is like 7 or 8 miles downhill or something like that. We came down to the Idlewild bunkhouse, got a room, and slept on it. And Tom in the morning said, you know what, let's take a break and we'll go up and we'll see Tess, which is his niece, who's a park ranger in Yosemite. And we'll hang out with her for a couple of weeks, and then I'll come back and pick up where I left off. So Kathy and I thought, okay, well that's cool. We'll go visit Tess, and we'll hike all around Yosemite, because we really love Yosemite, anyway. And who wouldn't love Yosemite, especially just have an opportunity to see your niece up there, who happens to be a park ranger, if I haven't already mentioned that. But if you're ever in Yosemite and you have an accident, you call 911. You got like a 33 to 50% chance of her answering the phone, and she'll make sure you get taken care of. She's a certified EMT 911 dispatcher up there at Yosemite. So anyway, we're back on the trail. We start tomorrow, the 30th. And we're going to get up early, and we're going to get up to Mount San Jacinto, and we're going to decide at that point if we're going to summit or not. We got very lucky with the weather. Some of the vloggers here the last couple of weeks, I mean, as little as 2 weeks ago, there was like 3 to 5 inches of snow on Mount San Jacinto. But then it got real hot here, so it melted really quick or whatnot. There's really no snow we're going to have to worry about all this time around. But so it'll be easy going up. And again, the good news is, as we go down the next day, even after that, we're looking forward to it to being a lot cooler. They've had some 90-degree days, 86-degree days up here. It is desert after you come down off Mount San Jacinto and head down towards Palm Springs. But when we get down there, looking at tomorrow's forecast, the day after's forecast, it's going to be like 72 or 68 or something like that. So we're going to be lucking out here a little bit as far as the weather goes. I guess that's it for now, and I'll review this and see if I want to keep it and then post it so that I can look at it, and Kathy can look at it years from now.